Stark put himself in a crazy predicament this episode, but honestly, I'm here for the shenanigans. How'd you feel about this episode?
We did all this for a hot spring, man.
Dog. I ain't mad at it though, bro. Because low-key, I feel like for Stark in particular, he's been going on this trip with two ladies, right? And anytime it comes to like any type of like hot spring or river type thing, like he always gets excluded. So like from his perspective, he was like, this is the only way we can all kind of enjoy something together without me getting looked at as a pervert. You know? Mm-hmm. So I kind of understand what he's coming from. And also like the journey to get there was memorable at the end of the day. So, you know what I'm saying? Was he a little bit nostalgic for it? Yeah, but I'm not mad at it. That's just my perspective on it, man. But I was just surprised that they just used this man as bait for this latest monster, bro.
Oh, that lizard?
Yeah. He could have low-key probably taken it on himself, but she didn't even tell him what was going on. She just said, run.
Man, they off-screen that lizard so fast, too.
I mean, he's traveling around with like two of the greatest mages of this era. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Not really surprised that they whooped a lizard, essentially, right? Because it didn't even like breathe fire from what we could see. You know what I'm saying?
Fast though.
It was kind of fast. But like they fought way more OD things than that. You know what I'm saying? At this point. Even the one they fought in that other dungeon with the poison.
Oh yeah.
That was a problem. You know? But hey, either way, the crazy part of this episode is actually when they finally get to a town, man. And this episode honestly was like very short in a sense, because it just does what Frieren I feel like it's just so good at, which is like taking you through things that would be otherwise boring, but giving you like those little tidbits to keep you interested like throughout the whole thing, right? Because even when they first got to that first town, like she was like, oh, this village was here. You know what I'm saying? And they find out it got abandoned 30 years ago.
And Himmel's been dead for 29 years.
Exactly.
So put that in perspective
for real. You know what I mean? And she's just like, dang, you blink and the human village is just gone. I was just like, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? From her perspective, it's probably like a couple months ago, essentially, like from her like time perspective. But it's already over with, man. It's already over with. And so after they finish that little adventure, they get to the town, bro. And this is where it got a little wicked. Because, you know, Frieren doing her thing where if they go to a town where she doesn't have like some sort of old beef there, she low-key just takes her time, right? Because a couple weeks to her feels like days. So
yeah, she took like 3 days and sat in the hot spring for like the whole day.
You know what I'm saying? So like from their perspective, they're like, bro, we can't just be sitting in this town for a month, you know? But for Frieren, she's like, why not? Works out for me, you know what I'm saying? And so at a certain point, I guess like they kind of ran out of things to do, especially Fern. She was like, dang, bro, like tomorrow I really got nothing to do. And then Stark was like, dang, me neither, but I guess I'll go to the weapon shop. And she said, I got nothing to do. So give me some attention. And I was like, what do you mean?
Hey, mind you, all women are like this, y'all.
That's
I'm just letting you know that.
No matter where you go.
No matter what you do, you're always gonna want attention from me.
Regardless. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I thought Stark was about to fumble this. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't be thinking in that sense. He really thinks Fern hates him.
I mean, technically, he was trying to fumble it in a way because he was trying to make her mad on purpose.
Yeah, he tried to rage bait it, but it worked in the opposite way.
Yeah. This time it did not go as the way he thought would go. But, you know?
Fact. So he was like, you know what? Since she's over here trying to be all in my face, let me get her back one time. You know what? We should go on a date tomorrow, she said. Dropped her book, walked to the front door. I'll see you tomorrow. And just dipped.
That part was wild. I did not expect her to say yes. But at first she sat there for a second, so he was like, ah, man, is she gonna beat me? And then he started imagining things of her punching him. I was like, ah.
That's facts. I don't like her for that either. She low-key has been hard on throughout the story. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, they're both around the same age. Like, late teens, at least is the vibe I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. They just both have been studying their craft, man. They didn't have any time to get a crush. You feel me? Like, this man been studying under an ancient dwarf warrior god, and other girls been studying under Frieren of all people, you know? And Frieren, she ain't the worst person to ask for dating advice, but they both go to her. First, this man Stark. Honestly,
his advice was actually pretty good, I think.
I almost sound surprised. She gave him really valid advice.
Yeah, because she went off of her dad, basically.
Yeah, that was all hype. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I gave her the advice like years in advance, and then she finally used it today. You know what I'm saying? And so like after that happened, I was sitting there like, okay, Frieren, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She out here really putting stuff together. I know Fern going to come talk to her. It's about to be, you know what I'm saying, some new Frieren game. She looked at Fern, she said, look, man, I've been on a couple dates.
She said, wait, you've been on dates? Yeah. Hold on, tell me how this gonna work. He's like, listen, closes the book. He's like, listen, man, if you've been one-on-one with somebody and nobody else is there, that is considered a date. I'm like, to an extent, I can see where that's going, but that is still wrong. And then she goes, oh, that means I've been on a date with this person too.
It was Sparks Master, she said. I was like, and that's why Fern was like, yeah, I'm going to bed.
This ain't no
I can't trust anything she says. But yeah, man, like, it's just cool to see, because I feel like their like semi-relationship has been like brewing since season 1, and I don't know how far it'll actually get, but I do feel like they're probably going to end up together just because of this journey too, you know? Because like the scale of time that this journey is going to take for them to get all the way to the Demon King's castle and back is going to be crazy, bro. Like it took them a week to walk from that one town to the other town. Like they really walking across continents.
Yeah. That's crazy. They need to get a carriage.
Bro, by the time they're coming back, man, they're going to be 30.
Facts.
Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like that's just a little bit crazy. But, you know, this show just does a really good job of the storytelling, man. Like, it was an enjoyable episode despite really not much happening. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a bad episode at all. But what would you rate it?
Give it like a 7.
That's solid, bro. I think that's the max you can really give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they really progressed the story too much aside from like a little bit of the romance plot that's going on here. But I really kind of want to know what this, like, where the next big, I guess, obstacle in their adventure is going to be, you know? Because I feel like these last couple episodes, it felt a little bit more slice of life. And they did that in the beginning of last season too. So they have my, they got my trust. I know they're going to cook up something at some point, but I just can't wait to see more of what's going on, right? Last episode, I didn't go out. It's kind of crazy for no reason, man. That whole Hero of the South stuff was stuff. I was just like, damn.
Gold material.
Bro, insane work. But aside from that, man, y'all let us know what y'all thought about this episode down below. If y'all enjoyed it, if y'all have any theories as well, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch y'all. Peace.